I got to play Marvel Rivals Season 6 early, and I found the sneak preview of what's happening in Season 7, and fans who wanted more characters from the Spider-Man universe are going to be very happy. What to do, Durag Nation? Big shout out to the devs and NetEase for letting me on the early access server. I got to complete the battle pass in addition to all the new lore, and I'm very excited for what's coming in the future. So as usual, I'll quickly break down everything you need to know. First, Hulk smash that hype button so YouTube shares the news, and let's get it. So I covered in my video earlier today going over the Season 6 roadmap, what skins are in the battle pass, but here you get to see what page everything is actually on, as well as the rest of the unlocks. In terms of story, things start getting interesting on page 6 with the first gallery card, One Night at the Museum, which shows the image you've seen in the Dead Vision video that shows Gambit and Rogue trapped in the Collector's Museum. Like the final gallery card of Season 5's Battle Pass, this one is also from the perspective of the Collector. In the entry, he basically recaps how he sent Deadpool and Elsa Bloodstone to eliminate Gambit and Rogue after they stole an important possession from his museum, which you know, if you've seen my previous lore videos, is a contract. It's the same one that you can see in the Gambit costume trailer. The contract was made by Mephisto and is for the soul of Dr. Doom's mother, who is currently trapped in his dimension. Mephisto is, of course, one of the strongest beings in Marvel and is basically the devil. He is also responsible for creating Ghost Rider in the live action movies, as well as some comic runs where he bonded the demon Zarathos to Johnny Blaze after Mephisto was banished with a spell while trying to collect Johnny's soul. In this gallery card, the Collector explains how he got the contract, and it has some pretty big implications for the future. Mephisto actually approached the Collector, who is the only Elder God that was willing to talk with him. Mephisto wanted a specific item from the Collector's Museum. It's described as a sculpture of brass pipes as old as the multiverse that is beautiful, but the Collector has no idea what it's for. He still thought it was valuable and didn't want to give it up until Mephisto offered the contract of Doom's mother in exchange. The Collector took the deal because he knew that he may eventually have to fight Doom and wanted to have leverage over him. So he's understandably very upset that it was stolen and that Deadpool, who was hired to get it back, betrayed him. But I was able to identify what it is the Collector gave Mephisto. It was a Concordance Engine. Comic nerds at this point are sitting up in their chairs. These are devices created by the Beyonders to manage the multiverse. Each device has the power to alter reality, space and time, grant wishes, and serve as a gateway to the multiverse. They are also weapons used to defend against Death Celestials. In this Defenders comic run, they found a Concordance Engine on Earth, and Silver Surfer had to get involved as one of these darker versions of Celestials arrived in response to them messing with the engine and tried to destroy the planet. Eventually, the only way to win was for Dr. Strange to reverse time to make sure nobody on Earth touched the engine. If Mephisto has one now, things are about to get pretty insane in future seasons. As usual though, the direct setup for the next season is never in the middle of the battle pass, it's on the final page. And that hasn't changed. The final gallery card is told from the perspective of Deadpool and is called Monsters Take Manhattan. Wade reveals everything that happens during the season after being hired by the Collector. Deadpool's strong feelings for Rogue caused him to betray the Collector, and he instead set a bunch of the captured monsters free inside the museum in order to help them escape. In the tie-in comic, Deadpool also hires the Thieves Guild, which consisted of Rocket and Cloak and Dagger, to come to the museum with a ship to get them out. Deadpool also reveals that Elsa Bloodstone, despite shooting him in the trailer, decided not to stop him. Deadpool reveals he thinks it's because he was pregnant at the time. Yes, you heard that correctly. Apparently, one of the creatures in the museum gets Deadpool pregnant. They all end up escaping along with some of the monsters and make it home safely to Krakoa, where Gambit and Rogue have a new wedding. Deadpool decides the best place for the monsters is Staten Island, back on Earth. However, Elsa Bloodstone convinces Deadpool he should watch over them so they don't end up getting hunted like Jeff did. Deadpool agrees and gets sent back to Earth during his timeline thanks to a portal made by Scarlet Witch and magic. Then he drops the first big Season 7 teaser. Deadpool mentions that he's unable to get a ferry to Manhattan. He heard a rumor that whoever is running the city put it on lockdown, but Deadpool is determined to find a way in. Now, if you've been exploring the new Times Square map, you know this is a direct reference to Kingpin. He is the mayor of New York and even took credit for saving the city from the vampires during the events of Season 1. For some reason, the city is on lockdown, and it's possible this is connected to another hero that was teased in Times Square, who looks like they're arriving next season, Black Cat. There is a wanted poster in New York for her issued by Kingpin for a long list of crimes. If Deadpool is trying to sneak into Manhattan, I believe Black Cat will be involved. The other clue for this is on the gallery card itself. In the picture, we see numerous creatures with Deadpool: devil dinosaur, Thor, Jeff, Cosmo the space dog, Alligator Loki, and a strange little creature with a Deadpool mask, which I assume is what Deadpool gave birth to. But curled up under Deadpool is a seemingly normal black cat, which seems very out of place. I think this is the devs trying to be more subtle than they were last season with the hints, and this is their way of saying Felicia is indeed arriving in season 7. Next to the black cat though is a white fox. That also happens to be the name of a hero. White Fox is a South Korean superhero and member of the Agents of Atlas who is allies with Luna Snow. In fact, White Fox was added to the game as an accessory for Luna, so it lines up that she could be a hero. If these two are the new heroes of season 7, that would make Kingpin the villain and means we're returning to New York. Season 7 falls within the first half of 2026, which is when the devs confirm we're getting new PvE content. Whatever is happening in New York under Kingpin could be connected to that, and I'm excited to find out what it is. But there's a lot more content arriving in the game before season 7, and it was recently revealed on a roadmap, as well as when you'll actually get to play as Elsa Bloodstone. Click the video on screen to learn more. And a huge shout out to everyone supporting me on Patreon. Join for free so you never miss an update.